Hello there my YouTube friends. So here we go with the next piece in this little triple play of characters that are out of the same movie. From the Man of Steel we now have Jor-El. Love the front piece of it. I think that is pretty damned good, really nice looking. The side piece, again, it sort of carries on, and again from this angle you may just be able to make it out, I'm not sure, but again it has the S on it there. The back has your warnings on. The other side is a continuation on the front, and again you may just be able to make out the S in there. And once again this one is a front opening. Cover with your cast and crew members inside that have spent the time working on this figure, and of course Jor-El himself. So let's get him out, let's have a look at the accessories you get, see what we think of this figure. So Jor-El's accessories: less hands, but you get a gun and what looks like a part of a skull. That's the extra accessories you get. To take away with one, they supply with another. So first off you have the dynamic flight pole, which I don't recall in the movie his father actually doing any sort of dynamic flying or anything like that. So, I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen the movie, I must admit, and my memory isn't really that good with a lot of stuff. So, but then again you do get that, and again when you get the dynamic flight stands you always get the waist grabber, which to me again, like I say, are better than the crotch grabbers, but you still have that unsightly blackness coming round and grabbing them. We have the wrist pegs as per usual. A couple of sets of wrist pegs there, spares, always good to have just in case. And we only have a couple of sets of hands. He has a set of hands on, obviously, as per norm. We have what would look like to be his gun holding hand, which you can make out there, the veins hopefully on the back of his hand. The levels of details again, I just think it's phenomenal how well they can sculpt these things and make them look so damn good. Another one that looks like it could be for holding the barrel end of the gun. Again, I just think that is just really well made, well sculpted, and a couple of obviously fist style hands. There, as well as the couple of open hands that he has on. Then we have this skull, which I'm sure some of you will know what the name, if it's got a name to it, is, but I don't recall anything like that. I just think, right, there you go, it's got a bit of a skull. If it hadn't been in there, it wouldn't have bothered me in the slightest little bit, you know what I mean? But for those that like some sort of authenticity and some sort of thing, you'd be able to maybe have him holding it, because I believe maybe it's done in the movie, then there you go, you've got it. So pretty good. And possibly the best accessory you have in here is this gun. I mean, just look at that. I don't know how much detail you can make out on there, but I mean that just has some incredible beautiful details. Really phenomenal looking piece. That is plastic, I'm afraid, which would have been nice maybe if it had been die cast or something, but it's beautifully painted, has no moving parts, because again it's like a futuristic style rifle thing, so it won't have any moving parts, it wouldn't need bullets to go in or anything like that. But I just think it's absolutely gorgeous looking. If you're hearing any background noise, guys, I do apologise. You know, I've never known my street be so busy. I'm literally, it's taken me probably the best part of an hour and a half to do one 20-minute video, because I'm having to stop and start and stop and start for the amount of traffic. I have never known this place be so busy. I really haven't. It's, you know, I live on a quiet street, yet for some reason it's been the busiest I've ever known it to be. So it's sod's law. It really is sod's law, guys, but there you go. So that is the accessories wise, guys. Let's have a look at the figure and let's get a good look at the sculpt and see if it looks like Russell Crowe. But before I do that, you can see how it's putting us off. It's plenty of the amount of stopping and starting in the traffic. We have, of course, the dynamic bass, which this one's quite a very plain one, sort of like an off browny gold colour. The front again has a metal sign on it with Man of Steel, Jarrell written on. Again, has to have the big bass for it. One, to link in with the Superman's Man of Steel one, and two, obviously, if you are going to have them floating, then you're going to need this size of a bass in order to hold them up. So now we can move on and show you the figure itself. So then, guys, here he is. This is how I got him. Again, I got him on the second-hand market, so whether he came with these particular hands on or not, I do not know. This is how I've got him. Head sculpt wise, I will show you some close-ups probably while I'm speaking about it, but I've got to say that is a pretty damn good likeness for Russell Crowe. I mean, it really is a good likeness, you know, especially for like the age he is now and what have you, and the weight that he put on since doing Gladiator and that. And I think that's a damn good likeness for him, I really do. I think that is pretty one of the most better sculpts I've seen in a while. Hair's looking pretty good, sculpted hair, not sort of the hair follicle things that they use, which I'm glad of, because I think they're a nightmare to really do. I've got a few Black Widows in my collection and I think they're a nightmare for the hair. I really do. I prefer a sculpted piece. Though one of the things you do get with the sculpted pieces, if they've got longish hair, is that it makes it awkward to pose the head because it won't move around as much. So you have that double-edged sword with it, you know. You can get more movement when they have sort of what the class is the real hair in there, but when it comes to the sculpted hair, it's a lot of times can look way better. With the uniform itself, it looks really nice. Yeah, it's made with quite a nice feel of the material, the way it's got loads of pleatedness to it. I'll tell you, the top part is all just plastic again, yeah, so I think they would have been better if they had made that with a die cast metal. It would have looked better, but then you would have had a problem probably with this part unless they could have worked something out. But luckily that's, you can see, are moving up quite well. But how, I mean, you can't really get his hands or his arms up beyond that, you know, which is a bit of a shame. What is going to cause a little bit of restriction as well is the fact is, by the looks of it, you can see here underneath this outer layer he actually has a Superman uniform on, which means then you're going to worry about it. And you can see, I don't know how well you can see it down here, but he does happen to have the uniform on, so you will have that same issue. And his legs, I can feel, have that same thing, so you'll get the double bend in the knee joints. This one I'm having an issue with getting him to stand up properly on his own, which isn't good for me because I like to have them standing without that. And he does have, again, the same thing, the swivel at the bicep, arm movement, though it does feel quite soft, so getting it to stay up in a high position is going to be problematic, as you can see. But again, I think probably that's more due to the uniform. In his wrist, you see twists completely round. You don't get so much of the flexion in and out because of the gauntlet he has on, which is a bit of a crying shame, but you know, that's the way it is. Head sculpt can look down quite nicely. Can't really look up beyond that, which is pretty straightforward because, again, like I said to you, the actual sculpted hair causes an issue when that longish hair causes an issue with them actually being able to pose. You can look sort of slightly more that way then he can tilt his head that way, which is strange, but that's the way it is. Now, hips wise, obviously you're not really going to be able to see too much, and he's not going to get them up as high because again, this uniform, with it being the way it is sort of stopping me from coming much higher than that. Back over will probably be the same type of issue. You know, you've got even less movement back over from it, which is a crying shame. Double bend at the knee, which thankfully isn't going to be shown if it does get sort of slightly damaged by the fact that he's doing foot things. But again, what I don't like is the fact is that his knees seem very, very slack, and that's probably why I'm having an issue with getting him to stand up, because the knees seem extremely slack. And again, the boots have the same issue, though not quite as bad as the Superman one, because that there is holding the position much better, yeah, than what the Superman one did. So that gives it a bit better thingy in that boot. Yeah, I'm just a bit thinking that he doesn't want to stand up too easily on his own, you know, which is an issue. And I think that's to do with the knees slightly. Yeah, it's starting to, if you can tell, the lighting's starting to change around here now. My lighting's starting to go around the front end of my house now rather than the back, so I'm trying to get this done as quick as I can. I'll probably end up having to do the General Zod video on another day because I'm not going to have enough light here to get them all done. So what we'll do is I'll begin to wrap this one up. Now you can see that's what you're getting with the guy. I'm pretty impressed, and again, it's another one where I'm not particularly that fussed about having him in the collection. I just got him at a really good price, yeah, and it was a case of, right, get him in, I can review him, let people know what I think of him, and then if there's somebody out there that really sort of wants these three characters in, or just want the General Zod, or they just want the Jor-El, then hey, you know, hit us up, make us a good enough offer, and by all means. I'm not going to sculpt anybody. I'm not into doing anything like that, you know. I just want to basically make back what it cost us, and if I get a slight bit more over the top of that, then that's even better. Again, means I can buy another figure and review another figure for you guys, you know. So other than that, hey, if anybody wants them, then fine. I will have them quite happily in my collection and find somewhere to put them and have them on display. So anyway, guys, yeah, all I can say is thank you so much for watching again. This was hopefully a bit quicker than the last one, so I have been finding it difficult because of the amount of bloody traffic going past and the amount of people going past today, which is just incredible for this area. It doesn't normally happen this way. This uniform itself, I don't know how well you're going to be able to make this out, because I can see the light has totally changed now. It's totally different to what it was, but you can see there on this thing, just bear with me and I'll just took it off its stand so I can get a bit better there. You can hopefully see, you know, the amount of details that's gone into the shoulder piece and the front piece. This is just a shame that it's not die cast, you know, because that would have been brilliant for it to be die cast. Yeah, the look and the uniform is beautiful. I'll show you the back. You can see how die cast hair can cause a problem with trying to get the head to look up, which I think is the same with what you've got with the Henry Cavill one. Yeah, this thing being pleated the way it is, and it's a nice colour, goes nicely with his uniform. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed on the whole with how decent it looks. I just really do wish, I mean, this one's a better one for posing, in respect that the top part of the uniform is going to hide any issues with the under part of the uniform, which is like the proper sort of the Superman outfit. You know, it's going to hide that, which is always good. So you're going to get better posability out of this guy than what you will out of Superman himself. Like I say, guys, thank you so much for watching this review on Jor-El. I do have General Zod to come for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this review, guys. I really do. It'll please me no end if people are getting something out of these things. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the Bearded Nerdy Oaf, and I'm out of here, guys.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,